What's going on, y'all? About to send this link out. Then I'm going to go ahead and get started. About to send this link out. Then we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, bam. So the few setups we're going to be looking at. When y'all hop in, let me know if y'all can hear me good. Test, test, test. All right, sound clear on my end. All right, cool. Yeah, so there's going to be a few setups we're going to be looking at. Caught some nice moves yesterday. Just held the GM position yesterday. Didn't take any other positions. Price was pretty slow. Things started to pick up the last few hours, though. So we're going to be looking for some more additional positions on gold. We're going to be looking for some more NAS sales as well. Now, we do got news today, though. So at 30, we do got USD news, but that's pretty much it for the day. And then right before market close, we do got an orange for the FOMC event. But that's pretty much what's going on today. Caught this nice move yesterday on gold, doing a nice retest on this resistance level. About to see how it reacts off this level. And we're going to see if we can add another position here. What's going on, y'all? Let me mark this off right here. Those just joined the stream, we have not entered this yet. This is just a trade idea. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal room, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Go ahead and hit that first link and check that out for yourself. We're going to pull it up in a second, though. Yeah, so we're going to be looking for an EN buy right here. Let me see. And then we're going to be looking at NAS sales. All right, cool. Just writing up my trade ideas right now. Yeah, so EN just broke this level. So I was looking for EN buy yesterday because we called the GN buy yesterday. I was looking for EN buy, but this is all price did yesterday. Was it just range? You see, this is Wednesday. This is still Wednesday. This was Thursday. So price was just ranging underneath this resistance level until right now. So it finally just broke above it and is holding this level. So we're going to see how it reacts off this level here. And we could look for a possible buy setup here. The GN buy called yesterday is still valid. Hasn't hit SL on that one either. So we're going to be watching this. We're going to be looking at gold. Gold could do a little retracement before the news, though. Yeah, I can do a little retracement. Got a small imbalance here. Still going to be looking for sales. Hasn't been making any highs. We even see on the 4-hour how it's just been gradually making a nice staircase down, slowly but surely breaking these levels. So yeah, we're going to be looking for another gold position sell. And the indices ended up dumping, especially NAS and SPX. I got into a little bit of the SPX play. Going to be looking for another NAS sell setup. As we see, price just been making new lower lows. It's finally broken and holding below this support resistance level. So we can break back and stay below 50,190. We can look for possible sell setup and for it to continue to push to the downside. Did a nice move yesterday. I'm going to see if we can break back below this level and continue to push down. Had a great day yesterday. It's been a great week, honestly, and great start to the month. We're going to pull that up and go over that in a second. Just making sure we're not missing any setups right now. What's going on, y'all? Yeah, so C is still kind of struggling to hold this level. We're going to see if we can break and hold above this level here. Because again, the reason why we're looking for buys on the New Zealand pairs is pretty clear. Finally broke those highs last week. So we got in the middle of the higher high. Did a little retracement retest. So we're going to see if we can break this resistance level because as you can see for the past 3 days, price has been struggling to break and hold above that level. The first day, wicked, rejected. Second day, hit it, wicked, rejected. Third day, it's kind of wicked, rejected, and still holding underneath it. So we're going to see if we can break that level and continue to push to the upside. Now, a few moves ended up exploding in the past couple hours. Let me see. Like EJ, I was looking at the JPY pair buys last night, but they didn't decide to do anything until the past couple hours. Yeah, so it didn't start to move until I literally went to sleep. So, like always, we're going to wait for a retracement or for price to break the next level. But we're still going to be looking for buys on the JPY pairs. We're going to be looking for buys on the AUD and New Zealand pairs. And then for gold and the indices, we're going to be looking at sell setups. So that's what we're looking at right now. Let's put this back on a smaller time frame. Yeah, so I can see it's kind of just been chilling here. This 15 so far. What's going on, Orion? All right, cool. You can hear me. Awesome. Those just joined the stream. This is just a trade idea. We are not into this trade yet. Waiting to see if price can break and hold above this level. GN, on the other hand, is pushed back up and is pushing up nicely. So this is what I'm talking about. A lot of these pairs, like yesterday, we went for a couple trades, and the other correlating pairs were moving smoother than the pairs we were in. So this is GN. So we can see GN kind of looks similar on this part as EN, but you can see how it's been flowing and moving a lot more easily. And we're kind of right back where we left off yesterday with the GN move because we caught a GN yesterday in the free channel, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, GN was a free move. So TP7 got hit. TP7 was 1045. And we're literally right back at like TP5, TP6 right now. So we're between TP5 and TP6 right now. Did a nice little retest. As you can see, it hasn't even broken past the support level. It's just been retesting this level. So yesterday, shot up. Whoops. There we go. So yesterday, shot up. Hit these highs to the left. Failed to break them again. Tried one more time. Then retraced down to the support level. See the retest. Now that things exploding up, about to go for another reattempt to try to break this level here. And that's kind of like what Ian's looking like as well. So we pull up Ian. You can see some of the differences. So it's like on GN, we're trading off this level here. And this is where price shot up at. So now we have this resistance level. Say when GN is trying to approach. Oops, let me get rid of that. Say when GN is trying to approach. So we're going to see if we can hold and break above. So it looks like it's still holding so far. But we got a new 5 minute about to start. So we're going to see what this next 5 minute looks like. And if it's still kind of chilling here, we're just going to wait for the next 15. But we're watching NAS still. We're going to be watching NAS and gold. NAS, as you can see, showing is trying to push to the downside. Let's see what SPX is looking like. Yeah, SPX looking similar. Yeah, they both had some big moves right here. There we go. Yeah, things are tracing up. Yeah, we're still going to be looking for sales. So even though price broke this level, we're still going to be looking for sales. So if price decides to push all the way back up here, we're still going to look for a sell there. The reason why we're looking for sales is because price has not been making any new highs, right? So it was in this little downtrend right here. Then when price hit this strong support level, it failed to make a lower low. That's when we start catching buys, but then it failed to make a higher high here. And you can see price start reversing back down. So that's why we started entering sells again. So all you see is lower lows getting made. So this is a higher low. So if it can still hold this level here, we can see price shoot back down, especially look, depending on if it just plays around this level going into New York. We have this level of traffic to the left. And if we can hold underneath this level, like we were struggling to break earlier, like the last week, that'll help us really try to break this level here. So that's what I'm targeting right here today. Today, I'm trying to see if 1906 can get hit, if not broken today. That's what we're going to be looking at for gold. Yeah, it's just doing a little retest right here. Yeah, so we're going to be looking for a sell still. Yeah, but let me write some of these trade ideas up. What's going on, Sparky? I see you in here. How you doing, man? All right, y'all hit that first link in the description. This is the first thing you're going to see. First, you're going to see this link, and then you're going to see how we did yesterday. So how we did yesterday, we went 3-0, caught a total of 1,809 pips. Let's move this over so we can keep an eye on EM. So we're going to slide this over. Then we'll get rid of this right here. All right, so we're just going to keep that there so we can pay attention to what's going on. So we took 3 trades yesterday. Me and the members took a GA buy. TB2 got hit, caught 17 pips. That thing ended up hitting stop loss after that, but it's pushing back up, right back above this level. So we're going to be looking for a round 2 on this as well. So we're going to be looking for a round 2 on GA. We're going to be watching what you call it. We're going to be watching GA. We're going to be watching EN. We're watching gold, NAS, and SPX. So let me put EN back up here. So these are the pairs we're looking at right here. So we're watching EN, we're watching GA, and then we're watching gold and then NAS/SPX. That's the other pairs we're watching right now. So we got a new 15 about to start as well. So let me go ahead and write these up. So I do like how these are looking right here. All right. Then we took a GN buy, TP7 got hit, cost 66 pips. We're kind of right back at TP5, TP6 right now. Then we took a gold sell. We entered this on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Final TPs got hit yesterday. All TPs hit, caught 1,700 pips on that gold move. And then me and the members took a GJ buy. TP3 got hit, caught 26 pips. Then that thing retraced, wicked us out, and then proceeded to explode up on us as soon as I decided to get off the charts during Tokyo session. I think exploded up. So this was the buy we went for yesterday. Hit TP3, wicked us out. Then it came back up after it wicked our stop loss. Retested, chilled here, then that exploded to the upside. So right now, I kind of got to fix this zone. I don't know, sometimes trading view bugs out, but these levels don't even look even right now. So I got to fix these levels here. But nonetheless, we're still going to be looking for buys. But on EJ and GJ, that higher high was looking to ride yesterday, which you can see right here was this wick. You see how price yesterday didn't do anything, but then today it did that move it was looking for. It happens sometimes. That's why I always talk about if a trade goes your way or doesn't go your way, do a chart analysis to see exactly what went wrong or what didn't go or what went right. Because sometimes you might just enter a little too early. This was one of those days where we entered a little bit too early because yesterday price was ranging on a lot of the currency pairs. And then we can see today, same price level, doing the move we was looking for. So it does happen. So now we're hitting these highs that price last time hit these levels, struggled to make a higher high at. Last time price hit this level, we can see here, rejected, reattempted, dropped. Last time it tried to reject it. So we're going to see if we can break this level today. So yeah, this is a kind of full candlestick, but we can break this level. We can possibly see price continue to push up today and maybe it hit 184.50, 184.45. So we're going to see how price reacts to that level there, especially because there's news today. By the way, members, we are going to go on live for the New York news event today. I'm going to send a reminder in the channel later, and I'm going to send that link out. But new 15 just started, so let's see what these pairs are looking like. Yeah, but even looking at GA right here, we enter this, hit a few TPs, then it ranged for hours. Then it finally put us back in blue, hit a few TPs, rejected, dropped down. Now it's pushing back up. So I really didn't do too much yesterday. So we're going to see if things are going to pick up for it today. Yeah, gold's rejecting. So yeah, we're going to look for another position on this. Not pulling the trigger yet. Waiting to see if we can hold this level. But I do like how it's looking so far. This was the gold move from yesterday. It was a nice 1 to 3 risk reward. So that means you made 3 times whatever you was risking. So if you was risking $50, you made $150. You was risking 100, you made 300. If you was risking 1,000, you made 3,000 off this trade itself. Yeah, so we're gonna be watching these still. So that's how we did yesterday. Now looking at how we did on what's today? Today is Thursday. So that's how we did yesterday. So looking at how we did on Tuesday. Also, you can see some student results and testimonials as you scroll as well. But looking at Tuesday, we went 3-0, caught a total 1,207 pips. Took an EJ buy, all TPs hit, caught 85 pips. Took an EA buy, all TPs hit, caught 147 pips. Took a gold sell into this trade on the live stream that day. TB5 got hit, caught 900 pips, and then we took a GJ buy. All TPs hit, caught 75 pips. End of the day, 3-0 that day. If you click right here, it'll take you to the beginning of the day. All trades posted have my personal entry, SL, the TPs. It shows the time the trade was posted, how many people viewed or entered the trade, reactions, TPs getting hit, all that good stuff. So looking at the 7th, we started off the week 2-0. Took an EA buy, TB7 hit, 55 pips, then took an EN buy with the members. All TVs hit, caught 58 pips. Gave us a total of 113 pips. So that's how we're doing so far this week. So far this week, let me scroll down. We are 8-0 for the week so far. Yeah, we're 8-0 for the week so far. And how we did last week on your screen, when we scroll back up. Let me do this. This will make it easier. So this is how we did last month. So last month we went 34-3. Before we do that, let me just make sure. All right, so we got a little rejection wick here. So let me write this up. Just in case we jump in this. Let me see what these other pairs are doing. Yes, I'm watching gold right now. I'm still watching GA. I'm still watching EN. NAS ended up rejecting that level. So we're still going to keep an eye on it, but it's got to come back down before we can mess with it. So we're going to leave that alone for right now. Yeah, so we're still watching GA. We're watching gold and EN. So EN and gold and GA are the 3 we're looking at right now. We was looking at NAS and SPX, but it rejected the level. which we can see right here. It rejected the level. Whoops. So we're just going to wait for it to either push back below down here and look for a sell, or we're going to wait for price to push back up here and then look for a possible sell there. So we're just going to be chilling right there on that one. So we're just going to be watching the currency pairs. Still going to have them on my other screen, but until they, hit those levels again, we're going to pay attention to some other pairs that are at these levels, playing around, showing that they might be ended up going our direction. Yeah, so let me write some of these trade ideas up. Then we're going to go back into the Telegram. Those just joined the stream, we have not entered this yet. This is just a trade idea. We have not entered this yet. You're selling oil. Can we look at your AED pair? What time did you post that? Because I don't know if I did that already. 429. Yeah, we can look at it again around. I got you. US oil. Okay. OHS. I see your chat. All right. I was breaking down and talking about something. So if I'm explaining and breaking down something, I'm gonna finish that, and then then I'm gonna answer your question. Now you already jumped into a sell, so if you're in the sell, you should have did an analysis before you entered. So don't blow up the chat about looking at oil. I'm gonna pull it up. I see your message, but if you that anxious about it, let's pull it up and see. But again, before you enter a trade, you should do your own analysis and wait for confirmation. So all that doubt and second guessing should be out the window once you enter a trade. But we can look at oil and see what's going on. So you say you're in the sell right now. What is your entry? Because you tell me you're in the sell doesn't help me too much, especially because if we look on the daily time frame, we've been bullish for the past couple months since June. Well, the end of June. So you're saying you're in the sell right now, and we just broke above support level. So let me know what your entry was and what you're looking at. I haven't traded oil in a while, and these levels are still playing nicely. Did a nice little bull run. The reason why I kind of left oil alone for the past couple months also was because we was looking at sells here, but they got super rangy. And again, like y'all know, I don't like really entering rangy or looking at rangy setups. I like clear, clean looking trends like this. So we kind of missed this. We could have caught a lot of buys here. But yeah, let me know what your entry and your stuff is, because if you want me to give an analysis or something. All right, yeah. So things are starting to get moving. So we got some stuff happening right now. So yeah, let me know. Then we'll get back to oil. But we got some pairs we're looking at right now. So I'm gonna pay attention to these, because again, me looking at that or answering the chat, I'm gonna get to it. But the market's not gonna stop and be like, you know what? Way right here is spitting. Way right here is trying to help folks out. So let me pull out a chair and stop what I'm doing until he's done. No, trust me, I've tried it before. So give me 1 second. 81.15. All right, so I'm looking at Ian. There's a lot of setups I like right here. Not jumping all threes yet. Still waiting for confirmations. But I do like these right here. And I'm just writing them up, so just in case we do enter, I don't gotta try to like type all this stuff out in real time. 1924. Yeah, so we're looking at gold, we're looking at Ian, and we're looking at GA right now. Give me 1 second, y'all. There's a lot of setups we're looking at. So I'm writing up some trade ideas up right now. Those just joined the stream, make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal room, free Telegram. Go ahead and hit that first link. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourself. All right, so I wrote this trade ideas up. Yeah, so we're looking at GA, we're looking at gold right now, and we're looking at E. And haven't entered these yet. Still, they're kind of just playing around at these levels, but they are showing signs that they are attempting to try to go the direction we're looking. So we're just waiting right now. New 5-minute did just start though. Again, this is why we're waiting for the confirmations. Price did break below this level, but look, now it's wicking and rejecting back up. So we want to see if price can close, not just go to this level, but close and hold underneath that level. If price can do that, then we have a higher chance and likelihood of price continuing to pump in our direction. Same thing with GA, push this low, nice little retest. That red candlestick's rejecting, pushing to the upside. Yeah, so there's a lot of possible moves we can look at. So I'm going to go ahead and post this disclaimer in the free channel. Just get that out the way. Make sure to read this disclaimer, y'all. It goes over how the TPs work, how you should go about trading in general, and it'll answer a few of your other questions. All right, on your phone screen, it might look like a big paragraph, but it's just 11 sentences. So make sure to read those. All right, let me get back to these chats. You said looking at EA. I got you. So EA, then we're gonna do oil because you said you asked about EA first, so we can pull up EA really quick. So looking at EA, the initial entry would have been where that rejection wick started. Now the reason why I didn't take this trade yesterday, we could have entered this last night. The reason why I didn't take this trade was because we was in the GA trade and we was in drawdown on that position. So this one would have ended up making us blue, but I kind of have like a rule that, if I'm in a position, kind of just like yesterday, how we was in drawdowns for a little bit on GJ and GA. So if I'm in drawdown on at least one, if especially two trades, I'm not going to enter a third or fourth trade until at least one of them goes blue, or at least break even. Because again, we don't want to risk too much of our account per day. So if we're already in drawdown on two trades and we haven't secured profits or taken partials, that trade still has a chance of it hitting stop loss. You get what I'm saying? So that was one of the situations. But looking at EA, like I said, at the AED pairs, GA, EA included, JPY pairs, EJ, GJ included, we're going to be looking for buys because, again, if we go on the daily time frame, tell me what y'all see. Let's go on a naked chart because I know I got a bunch of lines on this screen. Just really quick, tell me what y'all see. All right, if we're going to the daily time frame, if you watch any of my trade breakdowns, what's the first thing I always say we do? Go on the daily time frame to identify the trend. So what do we see right here? Do we see bearish or bullish momentum? Yeah, gold, yeah. All right, so these are retesting these levels. So we're gonna let them do their thing right now. All right, most of y'all should say bullish or see bullish. Now, if you don't know how to identify the trend, I got a video on my YouTube channel, literally titled "How to Identify the Trend." So let me drop that on the chat really quick, and then we're going to go back to breaking this down, and then we're going to go to oil, and then we'll catch up to the rest of the chats. Whoops. Copy. It would help if I put it in the right channel. And I see you, Trader Blue. That's what's up. That's what's up. And again, that's just another example. Like I always say, you hear me say it all the time, especially in the advanced play signal room. You hear me say it all the time. If a trade goes your way, don't just be happy it went your way. Do a play-by-play. See why it went your way. That way you can take notes, see how you can improve or catch a similar move the next day or the next session. Same thing with the loss. If stop loss gets hit or if you're in drawdown, don't just get upset, fold your arms, make a stink face and pout, look outside the window. No, figure out why it didn't go your way. Because again, GJ and GA is just one example, two examples actually, but we see this happen all the time. I can actually pull up some examples, but before we do that, let me finish breaking down EA. So yes, we're bullish. So since we're bullish, we're going to look for buys, right? Because everything's showing us buys. We're only going to look for buys. Just like if we're bearish, we're only going to look for sells. Everything's showing us sells, we're strictly going to look for sells. Because again, why are we going to follow the trend? Because if price is overall going up or price is overall going down, why would we go the other way when we see 80% of the time it's going up or 80% of the time it's going down? Because trading is about probability. That's why we trade with the trend. That's why we trade off key price levels. Because if we trade with the trend and then we trade off key price levels on top of that, into our support levels if we're bullish, into our resistance levels if we're bearish, that'll help us have a higher probability and likelihood of price going in that direction we're entering and projecting it to go. So as of right now, I don't really see any good entrances. There might be some on some smaller time frames, but as far as the levels I have marked off, I'd personally wait for price to either retrace back down to around 67.90 to 6,800 price range, or wait for it. Like I always say, if price doesn't retrace, wait for it to break and hit the next price level, which would be this resistance at around 68.60 to 68.70 price level. But I am looking for buys on this nonetheless. As of now, just not a good entrance. There could be some on some minor, smaller levels, but as far as the bigger levels, that's what I'm looking at right there. Now let me go back to oil. Put that up. Speaking of which, I should update these levels because it just broke this level. It's been making some nice bullish moves. But let me go back to the chat really quick. Was 84.5, hit 84.3, got out. Okay, so you're out the trade. Okay. Yeah, but again, a sell was kind of risky. I don't know what made you look for a sell, because even yesterday it was a huge green candlestick. Then the day before that was a huge rejection wick shooting to the upside. This thing went from 79.87 all the way to 83 in one day off a huge rejection wick. So I'm not sure what made you go for sell, but hey, at least you got out in profit, which is what's important. But yeah, price has been shooting up bullish for the past couple months. So, and then even if we look right here, so I wouldn't go for a selling oil, not anytime soon. GJ's looking great, locked in profits. We're bullish, yes sir. EAG had been bullish on all time frames except monthly. We have a change of our character where we're breaking the range to the upside. Yeah. So we're looking for buys on those two. And again, one way to help you understand what's going on. All right, we kind of went over this on Tuesday's London session live, right? So again, how you read any chart, any time frame, you read it all the same. Only thing that's different is, each time frame the candlesticks are going to represent something different, right? On the daily, each one of these candlesticks is a day. 4 hour, each one of those candlesticks represents 4 hours. 15 minutes, every candlestick represents what happens during that 15-minute time frame. So just like how on the smaller time frames, price is going to retrace, retest, make higher highs, higher lows, make level of traffic, stuff like that. It's going to be the same thing on the daily time frame. Only difference is, instead of those candlesticks being 5 or 15-minute candlesticks, so the whole little ranginess or move takes a few hours, sometimes it can take a day or a couple days or sometimes a week for those retracements and stuff, right? So we see right here, price was nice and bullish, shot up. Then what happened? It did a retracement, got stuck in this level of traffic for how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 days, maybe 7 if you want to count this, until it broke past this level that it was stuck underneath, and they continued the bullish momentum. Even right here, the strong resistance level right here, it took how many days before it finally broke it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days before it finally broke it. But it took 5, 6 candlesticks, where if it was on the smaller time frame, where we see similar stuff, right? We see similar stuff just on smaller time frames, right? We see this retracement. We see this choppiness here again, like 6 candlesticks, but instead of taking 6 days, it's just going to take, an hour and a half. But again, it's the same stuff. You read everything the same. You just got to understand that depending on what time frame, it might take a little longer for it to do that move, right? So if we're on a daily time frame and we're waiting for retracement, instead of taking a couple hours, it might take a day or two or a week, depending on what the retracement looks like, right? So that's one thing to keep in mind. But yeah, Ian's kind of just chilling here. We're still going to be looking for buys on this. But like I said, if it doesn't break this level, it's got a strong level of price underneath here. But yes, I kind of want to see it break this low. I don't really see it retracing down here. But if it does decide to retrace down here, we're still going to look for buys. We're not going to look for sells anytime soon. It would have to break a couple levels, especially this support level here around 78, around 7,900, 78.90 for me to consider going for sales. So anything above those levels, I'll still consider buy territory. But yeah, we're just seeing some retests happen. So we're just chilling right now. But let's go back to gold. Yeah, so gold's still wicking and chilling underneath this resistance level. Let's pull back up the indices. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, y'all. Instagram is playmaker_way. TikTok is playmaker_way. I post daily on both pages. Just dropped some content on there last night. Make sure to check that out. Gonna be dropping some more stuff today. Also got a video dropping soon. If you didn't see my last video, go ahead and check it out. I'm going to drop that in the chat right now as well. But the last video was, let me pull it up really quick. Title, How to Become Consistently Profitable. All right. So make sure to check that video out. It's one of my longer videos. Took a lot longer to make and edit and all that stuff, but it's definitely worth it. And for those that watch it, especially from start to finish, you're going to see the benefits from it, especially if you apply what's in there. So make sure to check that out. And that's right, Orion. Trend is definitely your friend. The trend is definitely your friend. You might get lucky sometimes counter trend trading, but that one or two times where it doesn't go in your favor, you're going to beat yourself up and be like, why did I do that? I shoulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda, coulda, but it's too late. You feel me? So just stay disciplined. If we're overall bullish, why try to catch a couple pips on the downside? Why? Because you're impatient and because of FOMO. It's not that serious. You see us, like, again, like we can look at the EA move we caught earlier this week, right? If we go to, no, so was it EA? Okay, we caught this GA move earlier this week. But that's not the move we're talking about. Let me pull that up. EA move earlier this week as well. It was this one right here. So we took this on Monday. So those that was here on Monday and watching the stream on Monday, you can see, of course, right here, this was the EA play. You see the time the trade was posted. So we was watching the entire stream for these confirmations to be met. And it didn't meet those confirmations until an hour and some change after watching it. Again, but guess what? We trusted our analysis. We patiently wait for the setup. And guess what? It played out, right? We could have went for, look, it went down a little bit here. But guess what? Let's just do a quick little comparison. So this is how far the move down was, but this is how far the move up was. So would you rather catch this small move and get risk getting wicked out? Because again, you're going against the trend. So we know price overall pushing up. So it might retrace down, but we know it's not going to retrace as far down as it's going to pump up in the higher high. Because usually the higher highs are greater than the higher lows, and the lower lows are greater than the higher highs most of the time, right? And we can kind of see that right there. Let's try to see another example. Here's another example. Quick little move down, but here was the move up. Way greater move, way more positions you could have added here, way more opportunities for a buy than a sell here, right? Then we can even see this one right here. Quick little move down, 2 times, 3 times to move up, right? So that's just another thing to keep in mind, because again, like sometimes you might get lucky going against the trend, but again, are we trying to get lucky, or are we trying to be consistently profitable and have some rules in place? Because you just be doing random stuff every day, you're not going to have any rules in place, and you're just going to build bad habits that later on you're going to be trying to struggle to break. So, there's always stick to the rules. There's always going to be exceptions to the rules, but the rules are placed and in place for a reason. You get what I'm saying? So always keep that in mind. Always keep that in mind. So we're still watching gold. Let's see what NAS is up to. Yeah, NAS is still trying to range. So we're going to leave that alone for right now. So yeah, we're watching. Those who joined the stream, we're watching Ian. We're watching GA. Let's go ahead and put GA back up. Then we're watching gold, and then we're watching the indices. And then this that video. Those watching the recorded of this that video. Make sure to check that video out. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. And again, another reason I'm in no rush to enter a trade is because we're up for the week and up for the month. If we're already up for the week and up for the month, what is the rush to try to throw our money in the markets? You know what I'm saying? There's no rush at all. Yeah, but I like these right here. All right, make sure to read that disclaimer, y'all. It's the same disclaimer I post every day before the first trade. Same disclaimer I post every day. So make sure to read that. Right? You see, every day before the first signal, I post that disclaimer. The last sentence. What does that last sentence say? Recommend risking 1 to 5% of your account per trade. Again, 1 to 5%. We're not risking 20% of our account on one move. We're not risking 50%. We're not trying to make a home run. Because again, we have a strategy that gives us high win rates. So we have a strategy that gives us high win rates, and then we have a strategy where we're looking for at least 1 to 2, 1 to 3 minimum risk reward setups. So with all that in play, why, you know what I'm saying? Why overtrade? Why rush looking for confirmations? And why risk more than we need to risk, right? So we risk 5% of our account, and we average 1 to 2, 1 to 3 risk reward setups on trades. This one, for example, was a 1 to 4, but let's just keep it simple. This one's a 1 to 2. So we risk 5%, 1 to 2 trade. We made 10% for the day off rip. If it was a 1 to 3 or 1 to 4, we can make way more, 15, 20%, right? Even if we risk 1%, you can make 2% off one trade, 3% off one trade. So there's no reason to try to go big or go home. All right, y'all. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. Yeah, so we're going to be keep putting gold on the screen. Going to be watching the other pairs. But gold's the closest. We got about a minute and some change before the next 15. And the new hour starts. We're going to see what that looks like. Am I looking at GJ? I was, but we can pull that up. See if it broke that level. I was, but I was saying I'm waiting for it to break this level. So we went over this earlier. So I'm not entering this until I see how it reacts at around 183.70, 183.75. Why? Because I missed the initial entry. So I'm going to wait to see how it reacts to this resistance level and the higher high. Because last time price hit this level, it's literally the same thing as EJ. Last time price hit this level, rejected to the downside, reattempted, failed. But again, we went for some sells here, as you can see. Went for some buys here. Again, why we went for buys not yesterday, what was it? Tuesday and yesterday was very simple. Again, we wouldn't be able to see all this if we're on smaller time frames. That's why you got to go on bigger time frames. I don't care if you're scalping, you still need to go on a bigger time frame so you can see the direction price is going. Going on the smaller time frame is not going to tell you the trend. It's not going to tell you if price is bullish or bearish. It's literally just going to tell you what price is doing at that exact time. You go on the bigger time frames to identify your levels and identify the trend. You go on the smaller time frames to see exactly what price is doing in real time, and most importantly, how it's reacting to the levels you marked off. You do not do it the opposite way. So since I missed the initial entries, I'm just going to wait for the next best entry, which would be if price can break this level here. Why? We see price almost hit this level as we're tracing back down. So that's why we're just waiting to see if price can break that level. There is also another level around like 183.20, 183.15 we could possibly enter on, but I'm going to wait to see if it can break this resistance level. If it can break this resistance level and treat that support, then I'll look for a position to add to the buys. Because after it breaks this level, I can see it continuing to explode. It might try to do a retest, but I can see it ripping to the upside, especially if it can break that level there. So that's what I'm looking at GJ. So I am looking at GJ, but it's not at a good entry, and there's other pairs that are like right at good entries. So that's why I'm tunnel visioning on those pairs versus just staring at GJ. So when GJ does hit that level, I will go back to looking at that pair. But for right now, I'm just going to be looking at these pairs because they're the ones at ideal entries. All right, we got some green candlesticks now. New 15 just started. It looks like Ian's about to try to make that move. So let me pull up GN too to see if GN has hit the top of the zone again. No, so we're right. We're still kind of right where we left off at the stream. All right, but yeah, I like these right here. GA. So yeah, I'm watching EN and GA. Might go for round 2 on GA. Yeah, so I'm liking EN, GA, and gold. Gold's doing a retest, but GA and EN, especially EN, looks like EN's trying to do his thing right now. Those just joining the stream, we have not entered this yet. That's just a trade idea. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal room, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. You hit that first link, you'll be able to see how we did this week and all that stuff as well. 60. Yeah, I'm kind of liking this right here. Little rejection wick. So this is just a rejection wick. So we still have basically all day for a candlestick to get formed. So I kind of am liking this right here. Let me zoom in on this right here. Yeah, so these are just ranging right now. Let me pull up my other screen. Put G on my other screen. And so right now we're just watching these candlesticks, seeing how they're reacting to these levels. I am liking EN though. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm typing up some trade ideas. If y'all want to contact me directly, y'all can hit me up on Instagram. DM me on Instagram at playmaker_way. Also, make sure to hit that follow button. I respond to all messages. Y'all can also DM me on Telegram. So if you hit that first link, join the free signal room, free Telegram. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, cool. Yeah, but you hit that first link in the description, join the free signal room, free Telegram. After you hit that first link, you click right here, and it'll show you the YouTube link, my Instagram, and then you click right here. You can also message me on Telegram. But I'm liking this right here. Yeah, I'm liking how this is looking right here. Let's see what these other pairs are up to as well. GA is looking like it's trying to move. Gold, yeah, I'm liking how gold's looking also. Yeah, I'm liking how GA is looking. $94. Let me see here. All right, there we go. All right, cool. So right now I'm just writing some trade ideas up. That's why I'm quiet. I'm also looking at multiple pairs right now. I got two monitors up, and then I got multiple tabs on both of those. So right now I'm just looking to see what pairs I want to kind of tunnel vision on. I'm also writing some trade ideas up, so that way if we do jump in some trades, I don't got to try to do all this in the moment. That way we can send the trades out. TPs, I can type those in quick, but like entry SL, I'd rather have those immediately. That way y'all can calculate y'all's lot size as soon as y'all enter the trade, because there's already a delay slightly on YouTube, but there's not really a delay on the Telegram. But either way, y'all need at least a stop loss so y'all can kind of have an idea of what to risk. So give me 1 second while I do that. Yeah, but we're gonna see if we can take these highs out. Yeah, but it's still kind of struggling right here, but we're gonna keep an eye on that. Gold is underneath this resistance level, but it's kind of still ranging, so we're gonna see how it reacts there. And then NAS is retesting that level, but we're gonna leave that alone for now. Yeah, so we're just chilling right now. Are y'all interested in how to kind of identify these levels, or are you confused on how to read candlesticks? Also got a video on that as well. So why y'all on this stream? If y'all haven't already, go ahead and hit that sub button, that like button, and that bell button, because we don't just live stream and live trade every day. But if you hit that profile and do some scrolling and exploring, you'll see that we also drop weekly content from trade breakdowns, trading psychology videos, trading plan videos, trading tip videos, all types of stuff. So make sure to explore and check it out. If we don't have a video for it yet, it's on the way most likely. But let me find this video. Here it is. Yeah, so make sure to check these out, y'all. Yeah, so we're just waiting for NAS. to break back below this daily level. We've been catching sells on it. We've been catching these buys all the way up. And again, once we saw the first signs of price dropping down, we entered sells. We can see that if we pull this up here, you can see that, where is it? We was catching these buys here. Then we saw price was treating this low as a resistance. So we didn't enter anything here. Then we waited to see how price reacted to these levels. We saw price continue to break these levels. So we waited for it to break this main support level, turn to resistance. Because you see here how price was treating this level as support. This blue line, you see clearly how price was treating this level as support. And like I always tell the members and students, a strong support can turn to a strong resistance. And that's exactly what happened there. So after we saw price was treating this low as resistance, we went for some sells. As you can see here, this was the first sell, second sell, and now you see the reversal and the downtrend is beginning. All right. We also went for some sells here at also the first couple signs of retracement. Now look at the date here. This was Monday, the 26th of June. So now we're going to go into the daily time frame and look for 26th of June, which was this day right here, So I'm trying to see something really quick. '26th of June. All right, cool. Trying to see something really quick. No, I was trying to see something, but it's not showing how it's went. I was trying to see it. But that's why it's important to know how to read the charts. All right. So we were able to jump in on the sells early at basically the beginning. We didn't catch this dump right here, but we started entering sells after that. Now, why didn't we catch this dump here? Because again, before price, well, we can get rid of that. Before price did this move, we was bullish. Now, if you watch that video I dropped earlier, the how to identify the trend video, I in that video real time show example of how to identify the trend and then that's what to look for and signs to look for a trend reversal. So make sure to check that video out. But we got a couple minutes in the next 15. So let's just see what these pairs are doing. So yeah, gold looks like it's about to try to do its thing. So we might jump in on gold in the next 15. So I'm gonna write this trade idea up. Yeah, we might jump in gold in the next 15. Now we do got news in about 3 hours at 8:15, I believe. Let me pull it up. Make sure I'm not just saying stuff. Give me 1 second. You have a question? Do you usually trade agent session? Yeah, I usually do. I didn't take any positions last night. I kind of just held G in last night. Missed a couple setups, but I do trade all sessions. Like yesterday, well, not yesterday, the day before we traded Tokyo session, we took an EJ buy. And then I got to go through the Telegram, but we can break that down in a second. But yeah, today we have news at 8:30. We got USD CPI and unemployment claims, and there was also a Japanese bank holiday today. But yeah, I trade all sessions, so we didn't take any positions yesterday during Tokyo session. But that's because again we wasn't in drawdown on GA, and I was holding GN still, so we didn't take any additional trades besides the trades from yesterday. Now, if we pull up the let me get rid of that. Don't need y'all seeing that. We're not in that. That's just a trade idea ready, posted and ready. But let me go into the advanced play signal room. So again, do not enter any of these trades. These are all old trades. These trades already played out. So if we look at yesterday, This not that GJ buy, this EJ buy was taken at 8:22 p.m. EST, so that's Tokyo session. So on the 7th, we took this EJ buy during Tokyo session. Let's see here. That was New York. This was a Tokyo session buy on the 3rd. Took a GN buy. Let's see. That was New York. That was London. This was on the 1st. We took this GA buy during Tokyo session, 8:36 p.m. EST. This was London session. This was New York session. This was London session. That was London session. London session. London. So last week, I think was, okay, this was Tokyo. Well, no, that was London as well. London. So last week was kind of one of those few exceptions because last week or 2 weeks ago was one of those super choppy weeks. But you see here, Tokyo session, New York session, Tokyo session, London session, London, Tokyo session, New York, London, Tokyo. So yeah, I trade all sessions. If the setup's there and I ain't missed the setup, I'm gonna take it if the confirmations are met and all that stuff. That's how I see it. So GA, speaking of confirmations not met, GA has not met those confirmations, rejected that level. Y'all saw I had the signal ready in the free channel, but confirmations are met. So we're going to wait for it to see if it can break back up. If not, we're going to look at its counterpart because that's retracing. That means EA is probably retracing also. And the levels on EA I kind of like better. But yeah, so we're still going to let that do its thing for right now. NAS is retracing, so we're just gonna let that retrace. I'm not in that, so I'm not really worried about that. Yeah, so we're just chilling right here, y'all. Yeah, but I can see GA breaking the level again. It's just kind of struggling to hold that level like it's been doing all this week, but that can change today. All right, so members, like I said, we're going to be going live today for the New York news. Going to be sending that link out later. Let me catch up to these chats. The reason I asked is since you love catching daily candles, the best way to do it. Yeah, exactly. Yep. That's true. Yep. Do analysis during. You'll see some good stuff. Hey, that's funny you said that because that's usually when we, if you saw, a lot of times those trades we took was at 9 p.m. So yeah, I noticed that as well. So I'd be on the charts when market opens. Sometimes there are setups as soon as market opens, but usually it's 2 hours after market opens where the setups start to come into play. So I did notice that as well. Yeah, definitely. And that's why I like trading all the sessions too, because again, that's why it's so important to go with the trend. Because if you go with the trend, members, as you know, especially if you watch the lives last week, went over this in the lives last week. I can't remember which one, but one of the lives last week we went over it. But if you go with the overall direction trend of price, and if you enter during Tokyo session, you can potentially ride the entire wave to the upside all 3 sessions. We see that happen all the time. Actually, we did that with GA earlier. Last week, right? We look at GA last week. Let me pull up the channel really quick before so we can break it down. So first, I'm gonna get rid of the signal because I don't need anybody jumping into that and sending me screenshots because I entered a trade I didn't post. So let me go to what was this? The August 1st. So let me go to August 1st really quick. So we're back in the free channel. We're about to go to August 1st so we can break this down. So let me scroll up a little bit. All right, bam. So we're on August 1st. All right, cool. So then we take that. So this is the advanced play signal room trade. Oh, almost had 1,000 folks in here too. So let me go back into the advanced play signal room and let me go to August 1st really quick. August 1st, July 18th. July 31st, August 1st. All right. So this trade we took during London session, GA position took during London session, August 1st, right? This was August 1st. This is when August 2nd started. I got to fix this because I have slight OCD. So let me just fix that. Then move this back over. Now we're back in business. So before we finish breaking this down, let me just double check. So goals rejecting, GA. All right, cool. All right, cool. So this is where the second started. And those that was watching those live streams, y'all will remember I was breaking this down on those live streams, how I was adding multiple positions. The next day you saw how I added this third position. So this goes to show that why the trend is definitely your friend. Going back to what who was it? I want to say it was Orion. Yeah, going back to what Orion was saying, this is a good example of why the trend is your friend, right? So let's just do a quick bar replay. And then after this, we're going to hop off and stuff. So going to do a quick bar replay, right? So we're going to go back on the daily time frame. So we can clearly see that we are bullish. So like I always say, everything showing us buys, we're strictly going to look for buys. Everything showing us sells, we're strictly going to look for sells. So now that we established that we're bullish and we're at a key support resistance level, now we understand why we went for buys. Now, we took the trade August 1st. So we rolled this entire daily candlestick up. We caught about 3/4 of it. We didn't enter here. We entered at this daily level. Caught about 3/4 of it. Then going into the next day, we caught the entire daily candlestick on that as well. So I just wanted to show y'all that so you can see, and we're going to go back on the daily time frame in a little bit. But I just want to show y'all that to see why it's important to go with the trend, right? And going back to what Sparky was saying, going back to what he was saying here, where he was like, best way to do that is consistent by trading Asian session. And this is true as well. This is true as well. Spark is dropping some game on y'all real quick, but this is true as well. And that's why we trade. And again, this is why what I'm about to show y'all is why we're able to do that, right? So if you go with the trend and you just patiently wait for your setups and confirmations, trading could be a lot more relaxing because not only will you be not having to stress and manage your trades as much, but once you're in profit, it will continue to pump that direction, not just for the day, but sometimes multiple days, if not the week. Another example before we break this down is gold, right? I called this gold trade on, what was it, Tuesday? And that thing literally went and dumped down for 2 days straight after I called that signal. Why? Because it didn't just do that for one candlestick. It didn't just do that for an hour. It did that for the entire 2 days. Why? Because we went with the overall trend and direction of price on the bigger time frame. That's why it's so important to do this. It doesn't matter if you're scalping, doesn't matter if you're swing trading, day trading, you should still do a proper analysis on the bigger time frames. A lot of people go on smaller time frames for the wrong reasons, just like a lot of people like to trade indices for the wrong reasons. But that's a whole nother topic, whole nother live stream, whole nother video. So let's go back to GA. So again, we held this position for, well, I did. Let me not say we. I held this position for 3 days. Almost 2 days. I mean, almost 3 days. You see here how price was treating this low as resistance. Then it finally broke above it. Strong resistance got turned to strong support. So after price did that, I added a second entry. Now, granted, again, I had this position from day one, the second position from day two. Not only do I have two positions both pumping in my favor, so I'm making way more than I would have made on one position, but I'm holding this position and it's been pushing up for multiple days, allowing me to add multiple positions on top of the positions I had before. You cannot do this if you're not going with the trend and direction of price, especially if you're not going with the trend and direction of price on a bigger time frame. Now, that's just one example right there. But then also, look right here. I just want to point this out really quick. So the first position was a 1 to 6 risk reward. So I made 6 times what I was risking in the first position. Second position, I made 4 times what I was risking. Then the third position, I almost made 2 times. You cannot do that if you're not going with the direction and trend of price. So when y'all see me on these live streams, patiently waiting for my confirmations and setups, this is why. Because I know, one, that price is showing that they respect these levels time after time after time. Some levels for literally decades, some levels literally since the stock market opened. So since I see and know that, why would I not wait for those setups or just have a little bit of patience? You get what I'm saying? Because again, I'm not trying to catch a candlestick. I'm not just trying to catch, 5 pips. I'm trying to catch the overall move. I'm trying to catch the daily candlestick. I'm trying to catch the overall direction price is going for the day. I'm not just trying to catch one little quick move or quick bounce, right? So since I understand that, that's why I have no issue, patiently waiting for the setups. But let me go back to the rest of these chats. Hey, bro, you know what? You know what? It's funny you say that, but it's always like it doesn't even matter, bro. Like even if we don't talk, we be in the same trades. It's just funny. That's why I fuck with you, bro. We were saying the same stuff. Yeah, so GA is still kind of just ranging here. It's literally been doing it again. We're on a 15-minute time frame. That's why I like to be on 15. Because a lot of times people be asking me questions. Again, I don't mind the questions, but I'm here to help y'all see what I see at the same time. So if we look on the 15-minute time frame, we can clearly see that price has been playing around this daily level for about 2 days now. So if price has literally been playing at this level for 2 days, that's showing you what? It's showing you that there's no volume and that price is trying to figure out if it's trying to respect or reject this level. Now, that's what we see on the smaller time frame. But if we want a bigger time frame, that's when we can start connecting the dots. But I'm gonna save all of that for the live stream with the members later on today, because I'm going a little bit deep now. But yeah, bro, you already know we're gonna set that up. We're gonna set that up soon, bro. Do you think NAS100 is going down? OHS. Unless you left from when you first was talking to me about oil, I went over NAS multiple times, but I got you. I'm gonna go over it again. And again, I'm not picking on you, but again, I'm here to help you. So if you were here from the beginning of the live, I went over it multiple times. But again, I have no issue going over it again. So don't think I'm picking on you. I treat everybody like this, especially the members. So don't take it personal. But yeah, I said I'm looking for sales. So if I said I'm looking for sales, that means I assume price is going to be going down. Now, can I say I think price is going down at this exact moment? No. All I can say is I'm looking for sales, and I can say where I'm looking for sales at, which I'm going to do in the New York price watch list. But like I said, if we can break this daily level here and treat it as a resistance, we can look for a possible sell position. So I am looking for sales, right? So if I say I'm looking for sales, that means I assume or see price going down. If I say I'm looking for buys, that means I can see price going up. That doesn't mean it's going to do it at that exact time, because again, price doesn't just shoot straight up or shoot straight down. Even with this dump, we see price had to pause a few times with this dump. Pause, retracement, dump, pause for an hour, dumped, retraced, dumped back down. Now it's retracing again. You see what I'm saying? Even right here, same thing. 15-minute time frame, chill for a little bit, dumped, retraced, chill for an hour, dumped, played around here for a few hours, retraced back up, chilled here for a few hours, retraced back up, then dumped again. Broke these. You see what I'm saying? So, let me see here. Facts, and that's how I know. You know what I'm saying? That's when I figured out how to trade. It's like it was like the movie They Live. I had those shades on. I could just see everything for what it was like. And that, like, you already know, that's why I started playing with, because as you know, there's a bunch of people just BSing in this space. But yeah, it's like once you know, it's like with anything. Once you know the science behind it, or like you have understanding, you also can tell who also has understanding or who is just BSing. Right? It's like with any field. So members, we just hit TP1 on that. Gold still ranging. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hop off. Make sure y'all just join the live. Make sure hit that like button, sub. Y'all just joined the live. Make sure hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal room, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last week and last month. And then I would recommend after you do that to rewind and watch the stream because we went over a lot of stuff in this live. Members, you already know in a couple hours we're going to be going live for the New York news event. And after that, depending on how the news event goes, I might drop a separate video for the New York price watch list. And of course, y'all missed that live. It's going to be recorded and posted into the channel later on today. But yeah, that's going to be it for this live, y'all. We're going to be back at it tomorrow. London session, 3 a.m. EST. We out.